Hello?
Oh, okay, you're back. It froze on me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
We are live with episode 4 of Untitled Show, where Paul and Ben talk about video games.
we did it.
So, this is our first non E3 episode.
That is correct. I was thinking about that
Um,
today.
so, this time we're going to talk about what's left in 2016. What
Actually,
other
there's a
big,
lot left if you think about it.
well, I mean,
Like, so
it's only June.
Gamescom's in August. It is only June. Tokyo Game Show. When is that? I thought that was like first of the year, but
Well, let me give you a full schedule of things left.
oh, okay. Please do.
Gamescom, August 17th to 21st.
Okay.
PAX West, which I don't know if any big news will come out of that, but it is a big show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
September.
September 2nd through 5th. Tokyo Game Show, September 15th to 18th. Paris Games Week, October
You're
27th.
kind of cutting in and out there, Paul.
No, you're cutting in and out. Can you hear me? Hello? You're frozen. What?
You're kind of cutting in and out there. You froze for about 30 seconds. Don't know if it's you or me.
No, you froze
No,
for
you
about 30
froze.
seconds. I guess
Yeah.
the YouTube video will tell us who really froze.
Google froze.
What was the last thing you heard?
Tokyo Game Show, September 15th through the 18th.
Okay, Paris Games Week,
So October.
October 27th to 31st. The Game Awards always have some world premiere trailers and stuff.
That's true. Very
Early
true.
December, probably. And then PSX, assuming they do it again this year. I don't see any reason for them not to. That'll be mid-December.
Keep a good thing going, yeah. Okay, see, so there's a lot
Um,
going on this year still.
uh, and so I have a couple big questions, but I want to review some of the news that did come out this week.
Okay,
And then we'll go to the big questions.
hit me.
First big one that I really want to talk to you specifically about is Not So Mighty number 9.
So this was an interesting one because so it came out after being delayed and delayed and delayed for like networking issues. And what's his butt, the creator, what's his name? Do you remember?
Inafune, something like that.
Inafune. So like
I could be
on the
wrong.
reveal stream, like he's like, yes, this game had problems. I own up to all of them. They're all on me, right? Because he was talking about how Kickstarter, that it was a big number, but if you think about it, they only get about 60% of that. And then on top of that,
Mhm.
there's other things that people don't understand that goes into it. So they didn't have as much money as they thought. And then usually the stretch goals are for like additional platforms and blah, blah, blah. Most teams and most games, they build the base game and then they go to port houses to port their game elsewhere. Whereas they were like, nah, we can do all 10 SKUs here at home all at the same time, releasing concurrently. No, that was not going to happen. So poor Mighty Number 9 suffered from a lot of things, and I have no desire to play it.
Neither do, I don't know, at least thousands of other people who thought they would. I mean, I guess to the Kickstarter backers, they already paid for it, so haha. But I doubt it's
Gotcha.
profitable based off Kickstarter alone.
Yeah, which I don't actually know. Do you know how much they got off Kickstarter? I want to say like 3
Uh,
million.
I thought 4 million was like the number that's not the real number. That
Right, they have
it's
60% of that.
yeah. Which Kickstarter doesn't take 40%. So I don't know. I think Kickstarter takes 10%.
Yeah, so Kickstarter takes 10%, then maybe all of the like the prizes or the production to get in, to get the Kickstarter up
Sure.
and backer whatever they call them, tier rewards. I don't know. I used to play, so I never played the original Mega Man's really. They're on the they're on the regular Nintendo a little before my time. I was really into Mega Man X series, so I didn't really care for a spiritual successor to Mega Man because I felt they already had it in Mega Man X, and so meh.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that even the great, Inafune, he screwed up. He blew it, but he owned up to it. So good on him.
Like, I don't really see what he gets by owning up to it. Like, no one's happier because he did that, except maybe the dev team. But I don't know.
I don't know either.
This is a sad story.
Oh, well.
People were so excited, and meh is like.
You froze again, Paul. You done froze.
You didn't freeze. I can still hear you.
Oh, okay. Guess it's me. It's all me, bro. Well, anyway, moving on. For Mighty number 9, I'm not going to get it, and nothing's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be a Mighty number 10 or whatever. Right?
Well, here's my question, though. Does this indicate something about a shift in the nostalgia fuel of games in general?
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like this is the first time that something has come out particularly, tailoring itself to the over nostalgic gaming audience that the gaming audience has not accepted.
Well, because it kind of sucked. Like it was a low quality, so that hurt it a lot.
Yeah, but there's been other low quality, like.
You think?
Well, this has to be like. Well, I guess the Sonic.
This is the first real big flop, I feel. But Sonic came out recently, and they're like, or Sega did, and they're like, we're gonna focus on quality instead of crappy games.
But like the Sonic games recently have also sucked, and people admitted they sucked.
But I think they've already had the precedent and expectation that they're going to suck, whereas this one had the expectation that this is the next Mega Man, which it clearly was not.
Well, so I just feel like Nintendo Steam is also going out a little bit. Like the nostalgia fuel for Nintendo is kind of weakening. Like people aren't giving Nintendo as much benefit of the doubt as they used to with like NX.
The new kids these days, are they Nintendo fans? I don't think they are anymore. Like when I grew up, Nintendo is all the rage. Whereas nowadays, my nephews, nieces, they don't know what Nintendo is hardly.
Yeah.
So all the Nintendo nostalgia is the 30-something-year-olds that are still playing games, which,
right, but it feels
after like 16 to 18 years old, people stop playing games.
Yeah, but I feel like even that 30-year-old audience with the nostalgia, they're kind of losing steam. They kind of want. I don't know. It seems like it's just like, come on, Nintendo, come on, indie games, stop just playing to nostalgia. Give us new good stuff. I don't know. I guess this is something that we'll have to watch as the months and years go on. And see
it didn't strike me as like a. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know Mighty number 9 in and of itself is a bad game, but I'm not hearing anyone say, but it's still better than all the crap they release nowadays. I mean, I don't talk to Greg anymore. But that, like, Greg's attitude is kind of a general attitude along a lot of gamers, and I'm not hearing that this time. And there's a lot of indie nostalgia fueled games that come out and people say, I mean, it's not great, but it's exactly what I wanted. It's like back in the old days. Still better than Assassin's Creed. I'm not hearing any of that with Mighty number 9.
Yeah.
Which Mighty number 9 is like particularly bad. So
that's kind of the key. That's the crux of it, don't you think? Like if it was an amazing game, you'd hear that left and right because you're like, see, old games are great and they're the best things ever and they're pure gameplay. But then this one they dropped the ball. So
but even I'm trying to think of like a good like mediocre example that people still love because hey, this is what I love. This is the kind of game I love.
I don't know. Then again, this doesn't strike me as like a pivotal moment or anything really significant. I think it's kind of a blip on a radar, and maybe that's where the real story is because there was so much hype around it.
Yeah,
Like maybe had this game come out on time, then that things would have been different. But because it was so overhyped and then delayed, 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 no one cares. One way or the other, no one cares.
yeah, that's another point I think we can pull out of this is the gaming community can only be so forgiving about delays, and eventually you delay out of people's attention span
Yes,
and you ultimately lose business.
because it was like 3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, because the attitude lately has been like, it's okay, delay it. Good game.
It'll be better.
Yeah.
Bad game is bad forever. A delayed game is
Yeah.
good at some point.
But you only have so much license with that before it's like, you know what?
Crap or get off the pot.
Yeah, you just managed this poorly, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it definitely also feels like hype has been deflated. Well, I'm seeing a lot of articles this week about like E3 actually wasn't that great, guys. And like nothing is coming out this year. Have you been seeing those? I saw one
I haven't been seeing that.
I saw one on VG 24/7. I saw one on IGN. I saw one on the Verge. I think
Mm-mm.
a lot of opinion articles of like, well, the one I read that I think had the best point was this year's E3 had no Fallout 4, meaning no huge tentpole game that's releasing this year. Get excited, pre-order
platform. Because I mean, the multi-platform. Because Microsoft has Gears of War, which that's a big game for them. That's a big game for them.
Yeah, but it's no Fallout 4.
Right. It's no big third-party multi-platform.
Not even necessarily. Like, I guess are people? I don't know. I haven't seen the hype for Gears of War for.
No, me neither.
Like, I think I saw more hype for it last year than this year.
Well, yeah. What are you going to be playing this fall then, Paul?
I legitimately don't know. Because when I read those articles, I went back and I was like,
But like, spring next year is going to be amazing.
Spring next year, man. Q1 2017. Take off work now.
Yeah. Save up your flex hours.
But yeah, this fall, this holiday, I mean, there are some big games. There's Battlefield 1. There's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. There's Titanfall 2. There's Watch Dogs 2.
There you go. But Titanfall 2. I'll be all over that.
But all of those, I guess the big news broke before E3, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
This is the hype of E3 diffused because it leaked into the days before E3.
Yeah. Good point.
Okay. Well, new subject.
Yeah.
The new game by the developers of Limbo called Inside releases tomorrow, and according to OpenCritic, is the second highest reviewed game of the year so far.
So I clicked on IGN review for that, and I was starting to watch it, and he said, if you're not convinced by me just telling you how amazing this is up front, that this is an amazing game, and you need to see more of it, I'd recommend that you don't and just experience it for yourself. So I immediately closed it, and I'm like, okay, I'll just go buy it and play it, and I just want to experience it now because I did see that it was getting amazing reviews, and now I just want to play it before I see it.
Yeah, that's fair. It's PC and Xbox only, right?
I do not know if it's Xbox only. If it is, stellar, because I'll go download it tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow.
It's not on PS4. I'm pretty sure about that.
Okay. But yeah, I loved Limbo. I didn't know I loved Limbo until after I played it.
Right.
So this one might be a similar story. I don't know. There's a lot of hype going into this game because it's been, 4 or 5 years since Limbo released? Maybe longer, 6 years even, I think. Man, I don't even know.
I don't know.
But Limbo made so much money that they were able to do this, and I'm glad that their game's being well received. So I can't wait to play it tomorrow. I actually
Yeah.
forgot about it until I saw the review posted today. I'm like, oh yeah, forgot about that game.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
Are you are you gonna play it, Paul?
If I have something to play it on, I don't. My Surface is getting worse and worse. At first, it could kind of handle things, but now it can barely do this. um, Next big news this week: Division DLC, the Underground DLC, released today, and a
Okay.
lot of people couldn't even access it.
Oh man. No, I didn't
And
read this at all.
recent reports say that the player base is down by 93% on Steam.
Oh, that totally sucks. Poor Division. They have
This
bungled
has
that
got to
so
be
hard.
Yeah, this has got to be one of the worst like ongoing failure stories in recent video game history. Like a lot of games come out buggy, they jump on it, they fix it, and a couple months later we don't hear anything more about it and it's fine, whatever. But this one just seems to go on and on and on. Every
Maybe
update
this
is
is
broken.
like a poor management problem. Is this like a technical problem? Like what kind of like why is this happening?
I don't know. I think Ubisoft has pulled a lot of funding for it. I think they're kind of doing bare
Due to poor
minimum.
reception?
Yeah, due to like the series of glitches, I think they've pulled out a lot of resources, and maybe they're already working on Division 2. Um,
Ooh, that's a tough sell at this point.
yeah, but that's what Ubisoft does. Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Watch Dogs, Watch Dogs 2. I know Watch Dogs wasn't really super buggy. It just wasn't. It just didn't fit the
It wasn't
the
fleshed
hype.
out.
Yeah, it just didn't hit the hype like it was supposed to. And I mean, graphics are downgraded, but like,
So, well, that's 93% on PC, which you can probably draw some similar parallel to the console player base as
mhm.
well. But
Yeah,
any
I
word
would
on that?
imagine console is higher. I think PC would take the biggest hit, kind of by far.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
You don't play that game
Steam,
anymore, do you?
no, not at all. And it's just
Yeah.
Steam is so easy. Like if you're not loving a game, it's so easy to just drop it and go back to one of your 500 others in your library.
That's true. That's
So I
very, very
would
true.
bet it's fared better on Xbox and PS4, but I mean I'm not playing it, and I played it on
Yeah.
PS4,
Yeah.
and no one I know is playing it.
Yeah, me neither. I never. You were like the only other guy that I knew that played it, plus some guys in at school. That's about it, though. So,
So meanwhile, I guess we're going negative positive today. We're going no yes no yes. So another positive story, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
yeah.
For the first time in 4 years, most played game in Korean net cafes, which is the hub of gaming in Korea, are these net cafes. The first time in 4 years, League of Legends was not number one,
I
and it was in
wonder,
fact
like
Overwatch.
that. So that number. I wonder what that can tell us about other things. Like, so if a game is number one in the Korean cafes, does
Hmm.
that mean it's going to stay that way for forever? Like, is it one and done shift, or do you think this is a blip? Like, does this happen at all ever? Because you say first time in 4 years,
Hmm.
implying it's never happened before.
Yeah.
So,
So every week, the top played game in Korean net cafes was League of Legends for the past roughly 4 years straight. Every week, League of Legends was number one.
but now it's
Last week,
Overwatch.
last week was the first week that anything was played more than League of Legends, and it was Overwatch.
Well,
It could very well be that next week League of Legends is first again, but
and I will be
that's
telling. But good job,
yeah,
Blizzard. Like that's quite the king to dethrone. I
yeah.
didn't
So
realize that till right now, but I mean, if you think about it,
yeah, no, that's really big. I mean, Korea isn't the biggest gaming market in the world, but it is one of the biggest competitive gaming markets in the world.
So one thing that I find interesting about Overwatch, so if the Korean cafes is League of Legends, those players, typically MOBA players, like they play MOBAs and that's it. Like they are
Hmm.
hardcore MOBA or Dota, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Overwatch has somehow been able to grab that market, grab the casual shooter on consoles, on
Hmm.
PCs, and the hardcore shooters as well. So it's like it somehow was able to grab a huge demographic of gamers. And truth be
Yeah.
told, I'm not 100% sure why. It's fun. I like it, but I don't really care to
Uh-huh.
play it, and I don't know why. So I feel kind of left
Well,
out. On I
it's
did it
all
to
I've been
myself though.
playing. Yeah, it's all
See
I've
now
been
why?
playing for the past
Why have you
month
been playing that?
because I feel like I can learn and improve at it. The aesthetic is by far my favorite aesthetic of any video game to come out. I don't know how, like, I can't think of a game whose characters and overall aesthetic I like more.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, you're staring at it for hours and hours, and it's constantly something I want to be looking at. Whereas I feel like other games almost abuse your senses, but there's
Mm.
another reason to keep playing. Like, I love The Last of Us, but I get so sick and tired of looking at fungus faces, you know.
Um,
And but Overwatch is also, it's fun to play with friends. My brother plays it. We play it together. Um, it's really fast.
it's just amazing to me. Like someone made the comparison. There I can't remember which two games. There's like two games. There's Overwatch, and then the other game was also like an online only shooter that had no single player campaign, and it only had like because Overwatch doesn't have that many modes. It has very few modes,
Now it has
and
two
then
real modes.
yeah, and then but the one game was like critically panned, and somehow Overwatch was able to overcome it. And like Overwatch, oh my gosh, you're so
Well, like,
amazing.
yeah,
And
Star Wars
Battlefront I think that
was
was it. I
Star Wars
think that
Battlefront
was it.
was torn up all over the place for no campaign,
No campaign,
limited
lack of
content.
modes, and like you
Yeah.
compare that to Overwatch. Overwatch has fewer modes, no campaign either. And I mean, but the aesthetic, like somehow the Blizzard name, it it,
Mhm.
it carries a lot of weight.
Well, you have to
So,
remember, everyone thought this would be a free to play title until like 6 months before release.
mhm.
So I think that was the mindset people were in. Battlefront was always going to be a $60 game, premium title. You're gonna get your money's worth. Blizzard, like Overwatch, in many people's minds was, this is gonna be free to play. Think of it like League of Legends or Dota with an FPS twist. That's how people were looking at it. And like League of Legends and Dota have few modes, like
Well, okay,
no
if that's
single
how people are,
player.
were, so you're saying in this case, perception was reality instead of reality?
Perception was reality until it was like, just kidding. We're just going to give you all the heroes, and it's going to be a premium game. So yeah, they because I mean, there was no reality. There was only perception until they came out and said the pricing model, and by then everybody's expectations were set. And
The
then the argument,
expectations that it was going to be free to play, but now it's a premium game, but
the
everyone's going to
expectations of,
buy.
in this realm of gaming, and then it was just a simple matter of, well, actually, we're giving you more value because we're not charging you per hero. We're charging you a one-time fee, and you get all the heroes. If you wanted every hero in Heroes of the Storm, for example,
Yeah.
someone did this analysis, it'd be like $230. If you wanted every hero in League of Legends, who knows how much that would actually cost you. So when Blizzard came out and said, we're going to give you all the heroes, it's a $40 game, they were shifting from free to play to
$60 on console.
one-time transaction, whereas Battlefront was always going to be premium title. We're also going to try to sell you a season pass, which, by the way, is $50. And so just the expectations were very different, and Blizzard came out on top by far.
Like, oh yeah, by far. Like, kudos to Blizzard. I'm still like, I don't know why I feel so weird about it. Like I'm happy, but it's like I feel shady about it for some reason. Like everyone
Like,
likes it, so I'm choosing not to because I'm like,
like
I played it,
thinking,
I enjoyed it, but meh. Because
yeah.
I don't know what I don't like it.
The other thing about Overwatch is it works.
Yes,
Like, you don't fall through the floor. The servers are up. It finds matches relatively
they're
quickly.
patching things quickly. Like everything about this game is perfect, but I can't get behind
Yeah,
it. I can't. It's like they're supposed to win, so I don't want them to.
yeah.
Right? I have a problem.
Well, that's the other thing. Overwatch won 2 years ago. I think, in my mind, when they
2 years
revealed
ago.
Overwatch 2 years ago,
Yeah, what? Okay, go on.
when they revealed it in 2014, they it was. Do you not remember how they revealed Overwatch?
No,
It was
not
the
even a little.
greatest video game reveal of all time. They had this 6 minute Pixar level short to really get you emotionally engaged,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
instantly after they revealed it, you could go to the website, you could watch gameplay of every single hero they had announced so far. You could watch a whole gameplay trailer. They had all the backstories. They had the full website basically the second they announced it. And from that moment on, people were hooked and
Now,
they wanted to get into the world.
hold on, Paul, hold on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Party foul, okay? Because this trailer, I remember now. This was like hyped up as like a story game and like this like touching story. There's like no
There's
story in Overwatch. Bait and
no, not
switch. Party
they never.
foul,
No, it
okay?
was not hyped
So
up as a story game. It was always going to be a hero shooter. They released the cinematic trailer and the gameplay trailer
the
to make it clear.
cinematic trailer is just like
No, but the story of
I just
Overwatch is
I can't be
around the
convinced, Paul.
game.
I can't be convinced. They're supposed to win, and so I don't want them to. They did literally everything right then, and I'm like they can't lose. And ah, if it was on sale, maybe I'd buy it. But I got my Halo 5. Okay, I made it to Platinum 1. I'm pretty happy about that ranking, so feeling
Which
pretty good.
be some noobs to pwn for you this weekend. Isn't it free for a week?
What, Halo 5 or
Yeah.
Overwatch?
No, Halo 5. Isn't it free for a week if you have Xbox
I don't
or
know. If that's the case, I mean, the two teams I did just play before I jumped on tonight, yeah, I totally rolled them like hard.
yeah. It's something like it's free for somebody for a week. I can't
That's
remember.
great. I need to get on
But
there
yeah,
more.
go pwn some noobs.
Go pwn some noobs. Oh my gosh. All right, moving on. Overwatch. Good job,
Okay.
you guys. Whatever.
Okay. Whatever. So my two big questions for what's left for 2016.
Okay.
When does Nintendo reveal NX?
Uh,
And second, does PS Neo happen this year, as was recently reported on Eurogamer, that they have strong sources that it's still releasing this year despite not being at E3? And if that's true, well, if it's true or if it's not true, when does PlayStation reveal Neo and how do they handle it?
okay. Well, first question. When does Nintendo reveal NX? Hamada. We're in June. I don't know if Nintendo does. I don't remember their direct schedules. I don't know what they've been traditionally in the last few years, so I don't know. But if the console is releasing in March, if you recall, the PS4 was revealed in February and launched in what, November?
And
So how
Xbox
many?
One had a
That's
very
eight
similar
months.
timeline. Yeah.
Yeah, so like 8 months. So you need some hype train. So what is 8 months after March? Let's see, April, May, June, July.
You mean before?
So
Wait, don't you mean before March?
yeah, so 8 months before March is July.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Okay.
Yeah, you got there. So uh,
So next month?
I want to say we will know something about NX before Gamescom. Not that Nintendo ever goes to Gamescom, but we should know something before then.
Kind of steal the spotlight. Or
Yeah, because
maybe not
when
steal the
does
spotlight, but
PSVR launch? October?
October like 12th or something, 13th.
Yeah, so I think they got to get out before PSVR launches. Only because like if PSVR, then everyone's gonna be talking about that, and then Nintendo's like, oh hey, wait, look at our console too, right? So I want
Yeah.
to say before I'm gonna say it has to be a direct. I will put money on early August.
Early August.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay. I see your
because I mean,
logic.
uh, E3 would have been a great time for them. It would have been great,
Well, when did they
except for
reveal Wii U? Wasn't it E3?
it was at an E3 2011 or something like that,
And then it came out holiday.
2012.
So there's a whole year before it came out.
Mm-hmm. If I recall correctly, because it
Well,
came out in 2012. I know that, but I don't
that
know.
sounds weird.
But they like this time around, they're saying they're not saying or talking about it or anything. They're not talking about games for it or anything until they have a super set lineup of games for it ready to go at launch.
Yeah.
Which at this point, I don't know if there's anything Nintendo can do to redeem themselves. Like there obviously is. I just don't know what it is. I'm a Nintendo fanboy at heart, so I will buy it, and I might not play it that much, but I will buy it. As far as a PS Neo, so a coworker of mine did that PlayStation VR demo at the Best Buys. He did one in Riverdale, and he was telling me that the PSVR uh, processing unit looks like a miniature PS4, like form factor and everything. It just looks like a mini PS4. So I would
Mm-hmm.
say, yeah, I definitely think so. So if you noticed, PlayStation they didn't do a form factor like Xbox did, a new form factor. Like Xbox has Xbox S, Slim, whatever. PlayStation did not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think the Neo will come out this year alongside, and it will be marketed as for the PSVR with this unit included inside. So it'll be marketed that way so people understand that it's not necessarily this huge incremental step like the Xbox Scorpio will be.
Right.
It'll just be marketed as you don't want that unit on the floor as well. Buy this new PS4; it has it inside.
And does it play regular games a little better?
Yes, I don't know.
Okay.
I think by default it will.
Okay.
Like I don't know what they could do. Like
Just,
no,
just
dumb it
to,
down.
just to clear up, you were right. Wii U debuted at E3 2011, launched November
November.
18th, 2012.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a very different strategy than what they have now.
Yeah.
A whole year and a half.
Yeah. Well, when they debuted, they didn't show anything. They didn't show the tablet. I think if you think about it, the last couple console cycles for Nintendo, they truly showed off their console when they revealed the controller. So Google there for us. When did the gamepad? When was it first revealed?
No, it
'Cause
was.
that
It says here on this Wikipedia article that at E3 2011 they had playable Wii U prototype models,
oh, never mind then.
controller and all. There's a
I thought it was
picture
just
of
I
a nice,
okay.
nice woman holding a Wii U gamepad, and it says controller prototype originally shown at E3 2011.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was later. I thought they did it like the Wii, where they showed the console and then months later showed the controller. But nope, not the case. Okay. Well, what do you think?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think Nintendo is they're doing so weird. I don't think they do Tokyo Game Show.
No, they're never really there anyway.
I just don't think that's. But I mean, if they if they miss, if they're any later than early August, I mean, they're competing with something every month for the rest of the year.
Yep. And they can't do like early next year because there's too many games out early next year as well.
Yeah, and that's just like, I don't know. That's not enough time. It's like in January, they're like, hey, buy this thing in March. Because this is a big purchase for a lot of people. Like,
Yes.
we can safely assume it's going to be somewhere in the $300 to $400 range.
I could argue that, so if you think about it, Nintendo always says, you know, they do a little bit lower powered, whatever. And this time around, it's going to be, they've touted it as like on par with the current Xbox One and PS4, which is kind of like what the Wii U did for the Xbox and stuff. So as long as the controller, it doesn't have some kind of proprietary tech or whatever, Xbox One and the PS4, they're only $300 right now. But with the new hardware coming around the corner, like it could be $250. And so I could see this new console. Maybe Nintendo's going to be like, "Yep, it's our new console. It's $250," because the Wii U launched at a high price point for Nintendo, and well, we all see how that worked out.
Yeah, but do they want to come into the game behind?
They always do.
Like, yeah, are they going to change? Or are they just going to stay behind?
I don't think they have the clout to change necessarily. Like, what else could they do? There's no way. If people don't trust Nintendo now, there's no way they'd pay $400 for a Nintendo console.
Well, but the reason they don't like Nintendo is because it doesn't do what their other consoles do. You know, if it had Super Smash Brothers but could also play Destiny 2, people would be all over that. I mean, I've heard a lot of rumors that Nintendo NX will be more powerful than the current PS4.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, by the time it comes out, you're 8 months.
It's too late.
Yeah, you're only 8 months ahead of Scorpio, which has 6 teraflops.
So many teraflops. That's why. Well, if you think about it, then the demographic that Nintendo goes for have never, like, I don't know who they are anymore. I honestly don't know who they are.
I don't think they know who
because
they are anymore.
the kids like you and I who grew up, like I grew up playing Nintendo games. I now play Xbox and PS4 games because they're better. They're like bigger, better games. Nintendo still has the highest quality games, but they're Nintendo games. And so now I don't know. Nintendo doesn't want those games on their console per se anyway.
Yeah. I mean, they tried with Wii U. They tried real hard.
Yeah, they did. They got Mass Effect 3. Good job. And Batman.
Arkham City. They got Assassin's Creed 4.
Yep.
They got a couple Call of Duties.
They got I forget what it's called. Deus Ex, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, they tried, but obviously those games do not sell. So, even though it's as powerful as a PS4, it's a moot point. It's for families and kids, but if they don't get that demographic again.
And we keep being told that the NX is actually an entirely new way to play games.
Lols.
Like,
yeah, they're going back to buttons. Like, there's all these rumors and motifs with their marketing that they're going back to buttons.
What does that mean? Like, no touchscreen, just
buttons? They're not going to have the gamepad, the Wiimote, right? Motion.
This isn't going to happen.
Yeah, no more waggle.
I don't know. The more I think about it, it seems like Nintendo just going third party isn't actually a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a really sad idea, but it's not a bad one.
For PS4.
And if you think about it,
well, that alone would do better than the Wii U.
But that just sounds dirty even saying it, Paul.
Yeah, well. There was a time when Sonic and Mario were bitter enemies, and now
they go to the Olympics all the time.
The Olympics together every freaking year.
I can't decide if that'd be a good idea for Nintendo, only because I don't like the idea. But then again, it might be one of those Overwatch situations where there's no reason why I feel this way, but I just do. Nintendo is like, they have been diversifying a lot of their things though, like amusement parks, movie licenses, mobile even. So they're slowly turning their licenses over to other people, and they might eventually go third party.
I mean, they could do a half step kind of thing, like everyone's saying. The NX is an app. The NX is a launcher you download on PC
No,
or
no,
PS4.
no. What? No, what?
You haven't
How
heard
does
this rumor?
that work? I heard it one time, but I was like, no.
I mean, so like BattleNet, it's this thing you download to your computer and you purchase and play Blizzard games through it.
So then, what does that make the NX?
It's the thing that you download. And
No. Well, then what about all the rumors that it's going to be cartridge based?
I don't know.
Purely that it's rumors.
It's
no. I mean, because I hate the idea. Like I hate stupid PC Master Race people. I am the console peasant scum, and I will forever be a console peasant scum. And loathe the idea of playing Nintendo games on my PC. Nintendo games are couch co-op games. You can't do couch co-op on a PC.
What about on your Xbox, on your PS4?
Better, still dirty.
I don't think this is it. I think that's Nintendo's like final stand will be that. I don't think that's NX. But more I think about it, the more it makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It does not make sense. Nintendo is in the hardware business. Like they want to push the envelope. Without Nintendo, where would we be?
What do people like about Nintendo? They like
currently
the titles. They like
currently their licenses. Hang on, you froze. So if you're saying something, I can't hear you.
Is that better? Am I back?
Okay. Yeah, you're back.
Okay. No one likes the Wii U.
No one.
People love Splatoon.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. No one. The Wii U has a few titles that are impressively high attach rates.
Titles, Ben. No one is going around saying the gamepad is the greatest invention of all time. They're going around saying Splatoon is so freaking fun. Mario Kart 8 is great. Super Smash Brothers is great. No one is saying, man, this hardware, I'm proud to have it in my home.
They do love that off-screen play. You're right.
Good idea.
You're right. I get it, but that's why. Well, okay. I think you're right in the if NX flops as hard as Wii U, yeah, they're just gonna go third party. Like they're like, well, apparently people don't like us thinking outside the box.
No,
because like Microsoft and Sony, they are, despite being powerhouses, they're very conservative. They just more power, totally. More power, more fun, more flops. Give me more flops.
Yeah, you're totally right. But in this day and age, Nintendo is being punished for being different, 100%.
Yes.
And do they keep trying?
Only once. Like they had one misstep with the Wii U, right? 3DS was a derivative of the DS.
Yeah.
And so the NX is something complete. Hey, think of it this way, Paul. What if the NX does for consoles that Breath of the Wild does for Zelda?
So if the wind blows too hard, it lights on fire? Is that what you mean?
You're getting it. You're getting it, Paul. I'm just saying we can't count Nintendo out. We cannot do it.
I'm not counting Nintendo out. And even if they went third party, I think they'd be back in a big way.
But they lose their soul.
But all of those kids who grew up on Nintendo play on PC now. Play on Xbox now. Play on PS1.
Well, I don't know. Come August, of course, when obviously they're going to announce their new console, we shall see. Obviously.
I actually hope that the NX really is something revolutionary. I hope there's a shakeup, and I hope it's another Wii. I hope it's mind-blowing, and my mom plays video games again for the first time since the early days of the Wii. You know,
Yeah,
I hope it
like
opens up a whole new world of gaming.
on Sunday, I was at somebody's house and they had a Wii U, and we were playing Nintendo Land that I brought over. And one of the girls is like, "I never thought video games could actually be fun." And I'm like, "Ah, the power of Nintendo, the power of
Yeah,
Nintendo."
totally. And I hope it does that. I hope it somehow caters to the hardcore, but also opens
Which
up new audiences.
have you played Nintendo Land recently, Paul? Like a 5-player Nintendo Land?
Not 5 player, but
Like
Nintendo
that
Land is
that
played fairly frequently in
asynchronous.
my
I
home.
really wish one. I don't think there's a single game that pulled off some of the tech demo-ish games that Nintendo Land did. And
No, there's not.
Nintendo Land is such a good party game. They
Oh
they
yeah, dude, the
uh
ghost thing. I show that
yes,
off to everyone because it's so fun.
the Ghost one, the Mario Chase. Like
Yeah,
yes,
the
people love that. Like one guy said, "Man, I want to buy a Wii just for this," and I thought to myself, "It's a Wii U," and I didn't want to correct him because I'm like, I don't have the heart to tell him. But it just showcases like the power of what they had, but
yeah,
obviously
but
missteps.
no one jumped on it. Like
Nope.
not even Nintendo. Like
I know.
even even they didn't use it in any full games.
Yeah.
It's just a second screen, which at times is convenient. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It works way better than Vita Remote Play ever did
Yeah.
in terms of just being a second screen, so someone can watch TV while you
They
play.
had their own proprietary wireless APIs to do that.
Yeah, it's way better than anybody else's.
Maybe if they sold that to Sony or Xbox, like here you go, we developed
Yeah.
it, take it and run with it.
I mean, if they somehow extended that and there's some NX handheld I can take with me and like play games from anywhere, I'd be super into that.
Though I have to make one concession. If Nintendo does not get their online game sorted out, like oh my gosh, I just can't. It's so
Yeah,
painstakingly frustrating. Like, okay, Splatoon did it. They have a great online game, but there's
yeah,
no online ecosystem like there is like
no.
PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. Nothing.
I mean, the
And so,
Miiverse is pretty.
shut up.
People use it. They do the drawings and the stamps.
I'm just
Not
gonna nope, not
the
gonna give
same.
that to you. Not the same.
Not the same.
But it is distinctly Nintendo. So I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And PlayStation Neo will come out with PlayStation VR. Who knows when they announce? Maybe at Gamescom. That's their big
Maybe.
announcement for Gamescom.
Yeah, that could be their big announcement for Gamescom. Yeah, let's make that an official prediction.
There you go. Done.
Be revealed at Gamescom. So 2 official predictions. I should record this for the future.
Okay, please do.
Official predictions. So NX reveal early August. Is that our
Correct.
official prediction?
Correct.
I don't think it can be early August, Ben,
What
because
late
No Man's
August?
Sky, No Man's
Oh,
Sky.
stop it. Oh my god. I played that beta, Paul. That beta. It's real good. Oh my gosh. When is the actual date for No Man's Sky? August 11th,
August 9th.
9th.
And Sean Murray posted an update to the official website that
The what?
at first it sounded like it was going to be delayed even more,
Oh my gosh.
but then it was just like you'll have the universe soon, August 9th in the US, August 10th in the UK. But it was basically like we're working so hard.
Okay,
Blah, blah,
well, okay. August 2nd is a Tuesday. Nintendo likes to do directs on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be the 2nd or 3rd. It's going to be the week before the Nintendo got out of the way of No Man's Sky. Okay. No Man's Sky. What a joke. It's going to be the mighty number 9 of Sony indie darlings.
I can't wait for No Man's Sky to be Game of the Year.
I can't wait for it to burn. It's so stupid. Whatever.
Now that guy is going to be the Overwatch of half of 2016.
It can be
You're gonna
one of
like,
two things: the Overwatch or Mighty Number 9. That's it. There's no middle ground. Because it suffers from delay disease,
mm-hmm.
and
But
it
it
has the
only got
overhype.
officially delayed once for a couple months. I mean, that's no Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so sorry. Our PS Neo revealed at Gamescom will release this year, marketed mostly as VR ready PS4.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
Those
it.
are the
Yeah.
official predictions. All you
Yep.
Zero Live viewers out there, hold us accountable to that.
Yeah. See, once we actually, yeah, we can make this show more viable later, Paul.
I'm having fun.
I am too.
Okay, well that's all we had for the day. That's everything we needed to cover.
Man, I hope Nanex is revealed next week. This Friday.
I'm sick of waiting for things.
Me too. Waiting stupid.
I need to pay less attention to games media, I think. I want to be surprised more often.
It's cute, Paul.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Man, if it's actually August 2nd, we really need to shop this video around and show people. Look at us.
We did it. We have our finger on the pulse.
Yeah, we make enough predictions. Eventually, we write on one of them, and then we can tell people.
We were right all along. The conspiracy theory. Oh my gosh! I just Nintendo. What other games is Nintendo coming out this year? Does Nintendo have a game for fall for the Wii U?
No.
No fall game.
I think they're gonna trickle out more virtual console stuff.
Which I'll have you know, I've been evangelizing the crap out of Transistor at work. I've gotten like 5 people to buy it and play it. So yeah, yeah, they do. And I didn't realize that game is mobile. I think that game is on mobile, and apparently it's pretty great. What? Okay, so this has nothing to do with our little show anymore. So it doesn't matter. No one's watching. The miniature golf thing that I'm working on, right? I got the go ahead to do that, and I'll be opening in a couple weeks, hopefully. And so when I do, I'll probably have to buy an iPad so I can do the little swipey card thing, right? And so when I buy an iPad, I can write that off on taxes, and then I'll buy Transistor for my iPad. Boom.
So, games news review and tax evasion tips.
Yeah, well, it's not tax evasion.
It's not evasion. It's tax opportunity tips.
Yes, tax opportunity for small business owners like myself, ideally. Which I need my business license this week. Crap.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be a wrap for the show. I'm going to stop broadcasting.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.